Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Stuttering Drew. And I would like you guys to go ahead and do all that good stuff like share, subscribe, and so on. I haven't done a video in a while. It's been about what, a week or two since I've done a video. And there's a reason behind that. You know, I was so busy helping my son with his remote classes, with his remote class, and I'm occupied with my daughter as well, and I'm doing this with him basically throughout the entire day, and so it's hard to kind of find time to do this. I will have to sacrifice sleep like I am doing right now, so that's why I haven't made a video. And also I haven't been watching the news. I decided to take a break from all the news. It's all the same thing that you keep seeing on the news every day. Everything is about this pandemic that's affecting us all right now. That's that's all I've been actually hearing about, seeing on the news, and I just decided to take a break, for my own mental health, my own sanity, you know, and and also it being in the news so much, and it's always on everything, that my son even started, speaking about it, and he's 5 and he doesn't really know much about it. I mean, he's about to be 6 in a couple of days, and he he starts to talk about it all the time. He's even dreaming, and I see that it's starting to affect him for us watching this all the time. And he's sleeping and he's talking in his sleep, and he's talking about it in his sleep. How he doesn't want to. He wants this outbreak to leave him alone, and and so on. So I that's why I decided, what, I'm taking a break from doing everything, and I didn't, I had no idea. I didn't see that my first video back was going to be about the killing of another black man by a police officer, in the same way that Eric Garner was killed by a police officer. I did not expect this. I did not expect this whatsoever. But it just so happened today, my girl, I mean, not today, yesterday, because at the time of recording this, this is the next day. I couldn't sleep. Like, I'm tired. I want to sleep. I'm actually feeling sleepy, but it's like my mind wouldn't allow me to sleep until I actually come here and, I guess, do this video. So I just decided, what, I'm gonna come and do a video. I was not gonna do a video. I'm not even gonna put the video of what happened. It's out there if you guys want to see it. If you haven't already, I think everyone's seen this by now, because I'm late to the game right now. I'm late. I mean, it's not even a game. I'm late to this whole thing because, like I said, I haven't been watching the news. So everybody should hear this by now. If you don't hear this, if you haven't heard about this, I don't know what to say. I mean, I didn't hear about it, and until my girl didn't hear about this until yesterday, when she came home and she was watching her reel, the reel. She was watching the, has it set to record on the DVR, and she came home and she put it on, and at the end of it, and at the end of the entire episode, when everything was over, TMZ live came on, because for some reason on Sling it doesn't record from your local stations. For some reason, I don't know why it does that, but when you set shows to record, it doesn't record from Fox 5 here in New York, or NBC here in New York. It records from other states. So I don't know if it was actually live or whatever, but TMZ live was on, and it was Fox 5 Atlanta, and the right out of the gate they were speaking about it. And now, I've seen the one with the lady in Central Park who called the cops on the guy, on the black man, you know for saying that I guess he's trying to hurt her, and she's seen abusing her own dog and all that stuff. And then they went into this, and they spoke about this, how this man was killed for a non-violent crime, allegedly, that someone called that it's possible he is, I guess, passing on them, I guess, counterfeit bills or whatever the case may be. And the news just, I just sat there, and my kids was there, my girl was there with tears in her eyes as we seen this come on the news. I was just sitting there thinking about my own kid. That could have been him. That could have been me. Just minding my own business, and this could have happened even to me, even to my son when he gets older. Is this the future that he is going to come to know? I mean, and the mayor of Minneapolis, I'm glad that he had the balls to come out and ask for this officer to be arrested, because he should. But there's one thing about that: countless times officers have killed unarmed men, black men. They have killed people wrongfully, and even if even if they are arrested and charged, how many times, if any, have they ever been found guilty or court, or have it ever even gone past a grand jury to even make it into court? The only time you see that is if it's an officer of color. To be honest, that's the only time I've ever heard about it, even going down like that. And I'm a guy that I hate to throw race in front of something like racism. I don't like to I'm not quick to use that to call something racism, but this is happening over and over and over and over and over again. So what else is there to call it? What else is there to actually call this? I don't know anything else other than racism to call this. I mean, I can speak for the officer and say that he is racist because I don't know what was going through his mind at the time. The mayor said that himself. So, I mean, what 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 are we to call it? What is it if not what everyone is saying it is? It's racism. And LeBron James actually tweeted out a picture from what I've seen in the news that of Kaepernick taking a knee, yeah, and it was a side by side of, yeah, of Kaepernick on the field taking a knee, and and officer on this on George Floyd's neck, and he said, "Now do you understand why?" And the thing is, they understand why. I believe they understand why. Some of them just want to be ignorant and act like they don't. Some people get defensive and act like it's not, it is what it is. That, when we say Black Lives Matter, they quick to jump. Some people are quick to jump and say, well, white lives matter too. But we never said no other lives outside of Black lives don't matter. But the thing is, all your lives matter. It seems like it's our lives that doesn't matter whatsoever. So that's why we say Black Lives Matter, because it seems like everybody else's life is accepting for us. So that's why we say that. Now people understand why Kaepernick took that knee, but in protest of the ongoing police violence towards the Black community. And like I said, is they understand. And this is a page out of 6ix9ine's book. They understand. They just don't want to understand. That's, they understand, but they just don't want to understand. That's how I feel about it. And I've seen right now. I think I just looked it up, and I seen that people are protesting and looting, and someone even got killed, shot and killed. Like some people, I don't understand if you're why you're looting and burning and committing crimes. Like that has nothing to do with what the officers did. I don't know. So I think some people are just there and to act like they are protesting for the wrong that has been done, and they're just there to I guess use the situation to commit crimes. Because I don't see the point in looting and burning down. You're burning your own communities down. You're destroying your own communities, and that is ridiculous. Now I've seen this video, and I'm surprised they played it on the news. Usually they don't play the entire thing, but they played it up to this man's death, and the people that were there trying to reason with these officers telling them, listen, you need to get your foot off his neck. Why are you doing this? And the officer, I heard him say, he's resisting arrest. And then I heard a person say, well, he's not resisting right now. And the camera even goes to some of the people, and all I saw was white folks saying, you need to stop this. Like, he's not resisting any arrest. If he was, he's not doing it right now. And then they played a video that new evidence that's from a different, I guess, from a store or some business somewhere there, that show you that he was never so far. I haven't seen him resist arrest. You see them taken from his car. He was in handcuffs. He was talking to them. You could see him talking, but he did not resist. He was already, his hand was behind his back, and then they sat him on the floor. So how is he resisting with his hand cuffed behind his back? Then you see the officer the officer, the bald headed one, the Asian one, who yelled at the people who was, even when they said that the man is already dead, like, why are you still in his neck? This is why I'm afraid for my son. Time again. Like, when is it going to end? And let me find his name, because yes, I'm trying to find his name. Trying to find this mayor's name, because I don't want to give the wrong name. I don't want to give the wrong name. Yeah. So mayor. Yeah, his name is, because he's the mayor of Minneapolis, Mayor Jacob Fry. Is that right? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Yeah, Mayor Jacob Frey. He said it best. This is something that's been going on for over 400 years, since slavery, where we have suffered. Black people have been suffering. When is there an end in sight? Is there an end in sight? Will there ever be an end in sight? You see time and time again, you hear all these names of these women calling cops on black men, these white women calling cops on black men for ridiculous things. And now, even with a worldwide pandemic, when the black community has been hit so hard, racism still finds a still, still pokes its ugly head out. Still poking out its ugly head. When are we gonna try to? I'm sorry about that. I'm just trying to. It's computer. I guess I don't know what's going on with this, but this man deserves justice. He deserves justice. His family deserves justice. For hell, the black community deserves justice. But And as I say that, I am not confident that it will happen. I am not confident that it will happen. Time and time and time and time again, these officers get away with this. They get away with this. I mean, aren't we just, people are just tired of being tired of what's going on. I know I am, and that's why I take a break from the news, because it's like it's nothing but bad news every time I turn it on. Every time I turn it on, even if I just want to go just to get a story to come on this channel and talk about, it's like sometimes I don't even want to do it. Sometimes I double think myself. I second guess myself on whether I should even continue this channel. I mean, I'm not even going to play the video, like I said, because I don't even want to see it anymore. I'm not even going to put a still up. I might, I don't even know if I might even, I don't know if I might even, I might just put his face there, but not the actual picture. I know someone might use the picture as a thumbnail of of the officer in this man's neck, but that's not what I'm going to do. I don't even want to see it anymore. And I've seen it enough. They talked about it on the news this afternoon, yesterday afternoon, to be correct, for about over an hour. That was like the top news, even though this happened since when? Since Monday, I believe. Even though this happened since then, and for the first time, something else is dominating the news outside of the pandemic. That's something that I wanted to happen, and I wanted them to stop putting in so, so much about it. Like, isn't there other things happening in the world, but something else? Not what I was expecting. Not not what I woke up yesterday expecting to hear about. Because I honestly haven't been watching the news. I honestly haven't been watching the news. And the one time I caught a glimpse, this is what I'm seeing, I'm hearing about. I seen a man pleading that he cannot breathe, similar to what happened with Eric Garner. He's pleading, I can't breathe. Please, please help me. That I can't breathe. It's like for a second I was just frozen in my seat. I was actually feeding. I believe I was helping my son with his remote class, and I was helping him finish it up. And that was what I seen. That is what I seen. I was like literally just frozen, looking at the screen, and then I looked over and saw my girl tearing up, like tears coming out of her eyes, just watching this video, and they just kept showing it over and over and over again. Every time, more and more of the video, more and more. They play from the beginning, and then there's more and more information, and more and more. And I was just stuck there. I didn't know what to say. Then my girl looks at me and she's like, "Our son, our son, he, yes, our son is Latino, but he also has black in him, and his pigment is on the dark side, and she worries about him. She worries that this is the world that he's in. That she has to worry when he gets older that everything he step at that door, that if some officer is not just gonna take his life for no reason, on top of everything else we have to worry about right now, on top of everything else that we're faced with right now. I mean, I didn't even know what I was gonna come and say in this chat right now doing this. I didn't know if I was gonna yell, show some rage, but I mean, what good is that gonna do? What is that gonna do? They're not gonna listen to us. It's like It's like no matter how much we cry out, no matter how much we plea, no matter how much we protest, it's like they're blacking us out. They don't hear us. Like they have some soundproofing surrounding us that so they can't hear our cries. They can hear our grief. It's like, and this brings me back to the president we have right now. A man that could denounce. I mean, I know even if he say don't do it, these officers who are going to do things like this probably still will go ahead and do it. But as the president, the leader of the country, time and time and Congress, time and time and time and time again, you've yet to denounce these things. You have so many opportunities, and you may say a word or two, and then nothing meaningful, nothing. I just have a loss for words right now. I just have a loss for words. It's like 2020. I can't wait for this year to be over. To be honest with you, but doesn't mean anything. Even if it's over, we might get rid of this pandemic. Maybe we will, probably sooner not or later. But this racism will still go on. It will continue going on. Sadly, that's the reality. It will continue to happen. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish I didn't have to say that. But that's just the way it is right now. That's how things are in this country, and I mean practically worldwide. Black people are faced with racism. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. I've seen videos left and right of unarmed innocent black men that is sometimes wrongfully being arrested by police. Just when I seen police, how many police officers on one unarmed black kid, guns drawn, assault rifles and everything, shotguns and everything, just because he fit the description of a young black man. That's the only description he fit. He fit young black man. I know. I worked with someone who said it had happened to him. He said this is many years ago. He left his girl house going home. Just so happened there was a shooting or something, and the suspect was described as a slim or skinny or something like that black man with glasses. He happens to be skinny and he wears glasses. So of course, the first skinny black guy with glasses on they see, that's the one that they arrested. That's the one they took down to bookings. I mean, ultimately he was free because he had an alibi and everything. But the fact is, I don't know. Maybe we all look alike. I don't know. At least I know I don't look like the next person. But it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Like I'm literally just as I'm talking and getting everything out, my sleepiness is now coming. Now I'm actually feel like I'm ready to actually go sleep right now. I mean, what more can I say? But like I said, I don't agree with what's going on right now with all of this, with the looting and all that stuff. As it says right here, a second night of protests erupted around a police station. One person died at HCMC after being shot by a store owner amid looting, police said. Hours after Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey called for a police officer arrest and charges in the death of George Floyd. Violent protests erupted anew, causing widespread damage and looting at South Minneapolis storefronts. A fatal shooting in the protest area was over looting at a pawn shop. A shot fired by the store's owner. Minneapolis police said earlier Thursday at a news conference. So this is actually happening because this article is from 2 hours ago. So this is actually happening as I'm doing this video. This violent protest going on. Damn it, Mike is shaking so much. I could have sworn I fixed this desk. I gotta stabilize it even more. My floor is uneven, so I'm gonna get a lot of shaking in my mic. Yeah, but I mean, I don't agree with that. Like, you're there to protest, to lend your voice to the cause, and some of you are just using this as a way to for your own personal gain, to loot and all. I don't agree with that. Destroy your own neighborhood. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that whatsoever. Yeah. So, and when I was seeing this on the news, and this George Floyd, his boss was there, and his boss was saying that he was such a good employee. Like people had great things. They said he had turned his life to God. They talked about his years playing football. I think it was either college or high school. They showed a video. They said he was a good man who would give the last dollar in his pocket to help someone, and yet he was killed in a tragic way for basically nothing, for basically a possible counterfeit bill. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? How a nonviolent crime led to somebody being dead? An alleged nonviolent crime, because there's no proof that it was a counterfeit bill. So far, I haven't heard. I'm not going to sit here and defend something I don't know, because there hasn't been any evidence if that he was doing it or not. So I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, you know, they're making it up, whatever. Apparently, a call was made. There was responding to a call that was made about someone, I guess, handing out a counterfeit bill or whatever the case may be. But that doesn't mean he had to die for it. Without it, the officer played judge, jury, and executioner, and the cops around him, his fellow officers, like, where were their head? Why none of them could have come and stop him, tell him to stop? Like, the man was in handcuffs, and I think there was another angle shown where I'm not sure. Somebody told me, because I hadn't seen myself, so I was told by my friend that he's seen the video as well. There's a video of, as he's on his neck, there's another officer around the car holding him down as he's in cuffs as well. So it's not like if he needed to be on his neck. There was no need for that. There's no need for that. There was no need. This has got to stop. And like I said, right now I just don't have any confidence that things with this officer will even get. And even if they do arrest this man, it will be based on what's going on, the protests, and it will be. But will he actually go to prison? Will there actually be ju- justice? I'm not sure. I'm not, like I said, I don't have any confidence in that. I don't. So it's a sad try. It's a sad thing. My thoughts and my prayers goes out to the family. You know, wish them all the best. Especially, I seen his sister in the news crying. Especially to her, whoever else that he leaves behind. It's tragic. It's tragic. You know, but I hope just hope everyone stays safe. I just don't want to see any more of this happening. But I gotta call it. I'm just at a loss for words. But I just want to thank you guys, for supporting the channel. Please go ahead and, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that bell notification icon, and leave your comments down below. This is Drew, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And stay safe.